Our Story Productions presents Martin County on TV, spotlighting the organizations, businesses, and citizens who are making a difference in our community today. And with interviews and stories done by local television shows over the last 25 years, here you're sure to learn more about the county we call home. Get ready, for this is Martin County on TV.
As you know, the November election is coming up really quickly, and it's a big year because it's a presidential election on the national level. But did you know that locally, it's a really important election in our community? There are many members of our community that are running for city council. As you know, these elected officials represent us and our community. They truly want to make a difference for you. They make huge decisions on how your tax dollars are spent, on the budget, on infrastructure, city projects, and much more. We've put together a program for you to help you get to know the candidates so you can make an informed decision when you vote on November 3rd.
Hi, my name's Terry Anderson, and I'm running for 4th Ward City Council. I'd just like to introduce myself again. I'm married to Susan. We have 4 children, 10 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, and another one on the way. I'm a member of the East Chain Evangelical Free Church. Been involved in a lot of the community efforts that we got. The most recent ones are the Martin County Veterans Memorial, which I am now the chair of, and also the designer of the site, along with Chuck Mixon. And I'm involved in Ruby's Pantry. I am the site leader at the Ruby's. The reason I ran, and the only reason I'm running right now, is the fact that there was some things done by the gentleman that represents the 4th Ward now that I disagreed with vehemently. I'm against drunk driving. I'm against abusing women and children. Anybody that supports it, I guess I'm against them too. And that's exactly what he did in supporting Mr. Humple and Libby. I find that reprehensible. So that's what motivated me. I saw that and I'm thinking, I don't want to run. I know I gotta run against him. We can't have that at city level. So I threw my hat in the ring. Now let me tell you what I bring to the table. I am motivated. I am goal-orientated. I make decisive decisions, but I make them after doing research and a lot of talking and listening to people in the community. I need to know what you think, how you feel. That helps me form my basis for what I want to do in preparation to protect you and to give you what you need. And I won't go along with the yes, no's. There's been too much of that in Ward 4 already. Pretty much yes, 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 go along with whatever, except when it came to finances. Then it was no, 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 no all the time. And you can't vote against the budget. Come on, that doesn't even make sense. But that's what was happening. So what we need is someone who knows how to make those decisions, understand what it takes to keep good government going, and has a working relationship with the community. And I do. I talk to the folks. I chat with them. We kick tires and we laugh. The thing that makes me effective is I listen to them and I bring it back to the table. And I have a deep desire to represent the 4th Ward, a deep desire. All I'm asking this year is one thing. 4th Ward is notorious for not showing up at the ballot box. Get out and vote, folks. I really need your help. The last time I lost by 26 votes. Talked to a few people afterwards that said, well, we figured you had it in the bag, so we just didn't bother. Please bother this time. Just get down there and vote. and vote for me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruth Cyphers, and I'm looking for your vote to re-elect me for your Ward 2 counselor. Love where you live. When you love where you live your life to make where you live a better place. I feel like I have done that. I am a lifelong resident of Fairmont, and just 4 years ago, I purchased my childhood home that was in disrepair, helping my neighborhood become a better neighborhood. Not only do I live in Ward 2, but I grew up in Ward 2. I know my Ward 2 constituents, and I love where I live. I invite you to contact me and ask me any questions you may have, and ask me about initially helping start Project 1590, Bacon Capital USA, From the Ground Up, a 1590 event, or ask me about serving on the marketing committee for Visit Fairmont for over 5 years, and the Fairmont Chamber Board for 3 years. Ask me about swimming in the Olympic team event for the Fairmont Triathlon in 2015, and in turn serving on the Fairmont Triathlon Committee for the past 5 years. Ask me about serving on the Lakeview Health Services Board for 6 years, and one of those as chairman of the board. Ask me about where the inspired Learning for Life vision came that the Fairmont area schools use. Ask me about naming a magazine, Women Inc. Ask me about when I started marketing Fairmont as a destination. Ask me about starting 2 businesses in the city of Fairmont. Ask me about serving as Fairmont Rotary's president for 2 years. Ask me about where the Martin County Ignite acronym came from. I love where I live. Ask me about serving on the Fairmont Municipal Airport Advisory Board and the Community Education and Recreation Advisory Board, and as Region 9 Commissioner, including Region 9 Budget and Finance Committee, Region 9 Economic Development Committee, Region 9 Legislative Committee, and attending the Rural Equity Learning Community sessions. I will continue to listen, learn, and act just as I campaigned 4 years ago. I listened while going door to door about the needs and opinions of my constituents. I learned from experience and information gathering what was important, and then acted on those constituent concerns. The City of Fairmont has turned a corner. Our new city administrator has a fresh set of eyes on our city and making sure concerns are being addressed in a timely fashion and fair customer service is being applied to all concerns. You may reach me at 507-236-2710. As I've shared, I have a great passion for our community. I love where I live. Vote Ruth Cyphers, Ward 2, Fairmont City Council. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Wayne Hasck, and I'm the current council person for Ward 4 in Fairmont, and I'm running for re-election. I just completed my first term on City Council, and my wife Chris and I have resided in Fairmont for about 28 years, and we have raised 3 children here in Fairmont, and they have all graduated from the Fairmont schools. I have been involved in the community. I am a board member for the Dollars for Scholars in Fairmont. I'm on the a member of Martin County Conservation Club and attend St. John Vianney Church. And I have also been in the insurance business for 35 years and have worked with various cities throughout Minnesota and Iowa. My approach to city government is to mainly listen to the constituents and try to vote on how the constituents feel on matters. During my first term, I have voted for replacing Winnebago Avenue. I have also voted for replacing Lake Avenue. I have also voted for the COVID-19 relief for area businesses. One thing that's very important to me is taxes. I have try to maintain taxes at a reasonable level. I do not support raising taxes. A few weeks ago, I did vote against a 12.6% tax levy. That is mainly so taxes would not be increased. I think it would be hard to draw business into Fairmont if we would increase taxes. Businesses like to come to a community with low taxes. If anybody would like to contact me regarding any matters, they can contact me. My phone number is on the city webpage, or they can contact me through my city email address. I look forward for your support in the upcoming election, and would like to serve for the 4th Ward for another term. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tom Hawkins, and I'm running for re-election for my seat as Fairmont's Councilor at Large. As I wind down my term, I am thankful for the support I've gotten these first 4 years. I am so glad so many people feel comfortable calling, texting, or stopping by my office to share concerns about our city. It was rewarding to be able to get you the needed information or get resolutions to your issues. This is one of the most enjoyable ways to serve our city. I have had many people ask me, why, as a local business owner, would you ever get involved in city politics? I always share that I've volunteered on many of the local community organizations since I moved to Fairmont in 1989. I have always enjoyed helping these organizations advance their goals. My most rewarding was serving 2 terms on the Lakeview Methodist Home Board, where our nursing home went from a dire financial position to currently under construction on a brand new $24 million nursing home to care for the elderly in our area. Great leadership and staff, along with a knowledgeable and committed board, made the difference. During my first term on City Council, we have been able to set the table for the possibility of growth for our city. I would like your support to serve 1 more term to help our new leadership put the city's goals for growth in place. When you Google Fairmont, Minnesota population, you can see a trend population that shows a loss of about 1,200 residents in the last 18 years. I compared that to the city of St. Peter, which has grown by almost 2,400 residents in that same time frame. St. Peter is only 12 miles from Mankato, and yet they still grew 25% in 18 years. In the same time frame, Fairmont's population has dropped 10% and has no metro competition, and we are located on a major interstate. Producing growth in a city like ours requires a well-coordinated effort with multiple departments and organizations working together. Our Economic Development Department needs to be recruiting new businesses and helping existing businesses to grow. But to aid business growth, we need proactive housing efforts and incentives to make sure we have affordable options available for seniors who then make their homes available for incoming residents. We also need to ease the roadblocks that businesses and residents encounter when building or remodeling their property. Additionally, we need recreational amenities that people expect when they move to a city our size. Businesses cite that the lack of these amenities can hinder recruiting employees to Fairmont. All growing cities have a vibrant downtown area. Like almost all cities, our downtown produces much more value per square foot than our current mall or even Walmart. Downtown revitalization efforts can help revitalize not only downtown businesses, but also housing in and around downtown. The goal of these efforts are to produce an environment where downtown becomes the destination for activities and events. The key to growth in Fairmont is to tie all of these things together and increase the vitality of the city. Thankfully, housing and downtown revitalization efforts are now just starting and will be very valuable to the development of our city as they progress. Communities like St. Peter have enacted many of these initiatives a decade or more ago. With continued effort, it is certainly possible to reverse a population trend and become a growth city. If I am re-elected, I look forward to working with our new city administrator to help Fairmont become a growth city. I like the changes I have seen already and believe she is the right person for the future of Fairmont. It's been an honor to serve you for 4 years, and I would appreciate your support for 1 more term to help Fairmont become that growth city. Thanks again.
Hello, I'm Ronald Lindberg. I am running for council member in Ward 2, Fairmont, Minnesota. Let me tell you a few things about myself. I grew up in Fairmont, and as a young man, I gained a strong work ethic and responsibility by working with my father, Delmar Lindberg, at the Pepsi-Cola business. It was hard work. It instilled in me a strong work ethic. My mother was a Sokolsky, grew up on a farm in East Chain, hard-working family. I graduated from Fairmont High School. I was active in sports, particularly gymnastics, all of which instilled in me a work ethic and teamsmanship. After high school, I enrolled at Northwestern Electronics Institute and graduated with a computer technician diploma. I earned a Bachelor of Science degree in business at the University of Minnesota and a Master in Business at Mankato State, all of which, I might add, I was working full-time. I married a Fairmont girl, great lady, Jeannie Grathwell. We have 2 adult children. I earned a private pilot's license in 2005. I was fortunate enough to have worked for a couple of great companies, Medtronic, Panair, LifeTouch. I gained valuable experience working with these companies in business acquisitions, training programs. I developed an employee compensation and benefits program for the employees. I developed and taught a behavioral science theory to help our managers manage people better. I was active in labor negotiations and grievance handling. During my work career, I attained the titles of director and vice president, of which I'm very proud of. I served 6 years in the Army National Guard. My active duty was at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home of the 101st Airborne, and Fort Sill, Oklahoma. It was an artillery unit which had the 105 and the 155 howitzer cannons. Because of my business experience, I tend to view the city of Fairmont a little differently. You see, I view it as a business, a company, with Fairmont taxpayers, you and me, as shareholders. Now, I know that doesn't really work all the time, but for me, it represents a very vivid work of what I have to get done. People who know me tell me that I'm good communication skills, analytical, perseverant. I am retired, but I am seeking additional challenges. I love this city. I would appreciate your vote on November 3rd for a council person in Ward 2. My name is Ronald Lindberg. I thank you.
Hello, I'm Joe Loughmiller, candidate for Fairmont City Council Ward 2. My wife and I and our family moved here 20 years ago. We love Fairmont and we choose to remain here. This is a wonderful city that we choose to be a part of and continue to serve and to help build through our involvement in various activities. I've been involved with the Boy Scouts of America, with 4-H, with our church's lay ministry. I've also been involved with the Fairmont Area Chamber of Commerce and the Ag Business Committee, as well as the Martin County Park Board in past years. Why am I running? I am running because I want to foster an environment where we minimize our expenditures, minimize our tax increases and our fee increases while maintaining or replacing existing facilities and infrastructure, including our streets and the new public works shop. I want to create an environment where we rebuild the trust between city staff and the city council, as well as city residents and the city council. I have taken the time to sit down with several members of our city staff, including the police chief, our public works director, our city administrator, and our economic development director. I've met with several members of our community leadership to understand the issues, the options, and the consequences of each decision, so that I am prepared to help you understand why these decisions are being made. I want to help foster economic development and business growth within the city of Fairmont. We have serious issues that we need to resolve surrounding child care, community development, housing, both single-family and multifamily housing issues. We need to encourage developers to come here and invest in Fairmont. We need to encourage business growth that complements local businesses. And we do so in a way that increases our employee base so that there are sufficient employees necessary to accomplish the jobs that need to be filled. I support building a community center that complements our local private enterprises and does not compete so directly with them. We need to find a way forward where we can have more cooperation and less competition. In that spirit, I also encourage and want to encourage ways with our city rental and building codes where we can find that cooperation and not antagonism between private landlords or developers and the city staff who are charged with enforcing those state codes. I'm Joe Loughmiller, and I would appreciate your support as a City Council candidate for Fairmont Ward 2 on November 3rd. Thank you.
I'm Michele Miller. I am running for Fairmont City Council at Large. I was born and raised in Fairmont. In 1949, my grandparents, Roy and Elvira Kaler, started Kaler Electric, and we have been part of the Fairmont community for 71 years, and we're very proud of that as a family. Currently, Kaler Electric is owned by my parents, Diana and Doug Kaler, my sister Jen Jorgensen, and myself. In 1991, I graduated from Fairmont Senior High School and went on to obtain a 2-year degree from Rasmussen Business College in accounting and business management in 1993. In the last 27 years, I have held several leadership roles, management positions, and went back to school to obtain my master's in business administration, focusing on human resources. I did that because I wanted to teach college classes and teach people how to be better leaders. In 2015, I started as an adjunct teacher for Rasmussen Online and have been teaching there ever since. I teach a variety of classes, one of them being instructional design, where students learn how to create effective training. Another one is recruitment and selection, where individuals learn how to find, obtain, and retain employees. And another one is organizational development, which basically talks about professional development and how to implement change in an organization effectively for buy-in from employees. The reason I'm running for City Council is I believe that our city deserves and needs strong leadership. We have a beautiful city full of lakes, parks, campgrounds, golf courses, and aquatic parks, so many amenities. I believe that we need to increase our industrial and commercial base to increase tax revenue to help pay for infrastructure and road repairs, as well as to draw people to move back to Fairmont. I feel in the last couple of years that the City Council could have worked together better. I feel that I have the leadership skills that will make that happen. This election is very important to our community. I encourage all residents to get out and vote, and I'd appreciate your support.
Thank you to the candidates for participating.
Well, there you have it, another episode of Martin County on TV. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we welcome you to tune in again. Thank our sponsors for making this happen, and remember, it's not just the past, but the present that tells our story.